If onboarding a new client feels like email tennis, missing details, and last-minute panic, you don't have a client problem. You've got a process problem. In this video, we'll show you how to build a simple, repeatable client onboarding flow in one weekend. Something that reduces confusion, speeds up delivery, and gives clients confidence from day one. No complex software, no over-engineering, just a clean sequence you can actually run. Let's start with why this is worth doing at all. Reduces workflow bottlenecks and confusion. Most projects don't stall because the work is hard. They stall because the start is messy. Chasing access, clarifying what's needed, rewriting instructions, duplicating effort. A simple onboarding flow removes that friction by making the next step obvious. Think of it as a sequence. Welcome to agreement, to intake, to kickoff, to first deliverable. When that sequence is clear, momentum stays high, and nobody is guessing what happens next. For founders and ops leads, that means fewer interruptions and less firefighting. For clients, it means they feel guided, not dumped into a maze of vague requests. And internally, it does something else that people forget. It reduces the learning curve for new team members because onboarding becomes a system, not tribal knowledge. Sets clear expectations from the outset. Simple onboarding is really expectation management. It's where you define deliverables, timelines, communication rules, who owns what, how changes are handled. That's how you prevent scope creep and misalignment. Because when expectations aren't clear, you get the classic slow rot. Extra requests, unclear boundaries, just one more thing, and frustration on both sides. Clarity gives you something to reference when things shift, and it helps clients participate properly too. They know what to send, when to send it, and how to give feedback. Accelerates client engagement and value delivery. Clients are most engaged immediately after they sign. That's your window. If you wait days to get started, you lose energy, confidence drops, and projects feel sluggish before they even begin. A clean onboarding flow converts yes into action quickly. The welcome lands fast, the intake captures details, the kickoff is booked, and progress becomes visible. That's how you reduce drop-offs, launch faster, and build a reputation for reliability. Minimizes missed details and scope creep. Most onboarding problems come from drip-fed information. You ask for one thing, then another, and suddenly it's a month later and you still don't have the credentials, brand assets, or stakeholder list. A single structured intake form and checklist solves that. You capture what matters up front. You lock scope early, and if changes come later, you've got a clean baseline to reference. It also helps you spot red flags early, like unclear goals, missing decision makers, or slow responsiveness, before they become expensive problems. Lays the foundation for scale. Here's the long-term benefit. A repeatable onboarding system is what allows you to onboard more clients without hiring chaos. It becomes the backbone for training, delegation, and continuous improvement. And honestly, it becomes a competitive advantage. Because a lot of businesses can deliver work. Very few can start work smoothly and consistently. Now let's map the onboarding touchpoints you actually need. Keep this simple. You're building a flow, not a novel. Welcome email and immediate confirmation. Step 1. A welcome email that goes out within hours of signing. This is not a formality. It's a psychological anchor. It reduces buyer anxiety, confirms the decision, and sets the tone. You're in good hands, and here's what happens next. Your welcome email should include a brief what to expect timeline, one clear call to action, intake form or kickoff booking, direct contact details for support. If you want to make it feel human, Add a short video intro or a personal paragraph with their name and project context. That tiny touch goes a long way. Agreement, contract, and automated invoicing. Next, formalize the relationship and trigger the workflow. Use digital signatures for the contract. Then connect it to invoicing so payment happens cleanly. This matters for two reasons. It protects both sides and it signals discipline. Include a clear breakdown of deliverables, payment terms, and what happens next. No mystery steps. If you run recurring services, set up auto-pay from day one. It saves uncomfortable admin later. Intake questionnaire for requirements gathering. Once payment and paperwork are done, send clients to a single intake form. This should capture everything you need in one go. Goals, technical requirements, access needs, brand assets, stakeholders. The rule? No drip feeding requests. Batch the questions up front so delivery can start without back and forth. And for sensitive data, don't ask for passwords in email. Use secure uploads or ask them to add you as a collaborator wherever possible. Project kickoff call and initial timeline. Then you run the kickoff call, the linchpin. This is where you validate their intake responses, clarify expectations, confirm roles and responsibilities, set a first timeline and milestones, explain how communication will work, use a self-service scheduling link to avoid "when are you free" ping pong, and after the call, send a recap within hours. That recap becomes the alignment document everyone relies on. Optional client portal. If your projects are complex or you deal with multiple stakeholders, a client's portal is a strong optional layer. It's a central place for documents, timelines, deliverables, uploads, and communication. It reduces email clutter and improves transparency. But keep it simple. The portal should reduce confusion, not create a second system clients have to learn. If you use one, include a quick walkthrough video so clients don't feel lost on day one. Now let's build it. Weekend style. Saturday morning, blueprint the journey. Start by mapping the journey from contract signature to first deliverable. List every interaction and decision point. Welcome email, contract, invoice, intake, folder creation, kickoff booking, recap. Use a spreadsheet, a whiteboard, or Miro, whatever's fast. This blueprint will immediately reveal bottlenecks and missing steps. Then assign ownership. Who does what and what assets are needed. You'll need welcome email template, contract template, invoice process, intake form, kickoff agenda, recap template. Saturday afternoon, draft the welcome pack and milestones. Next, build a simple welcome pack, not a massive PDF, just something that makes clients feel guided. Include a friendly intro. What happens next? A timeline for the first 30 days, where to ask questions, what you need from them, then define 3 to 5 milestones for the first month. Client-facing milestones like intake completed, kickoff held, brief approved, first deliverable sent. Milestones create momentum and prevent scope drift. Saturday evening, build the intake form. Keep it targeted, 10 to 15 questions. Cover, goals and success criteria, access requirements, assets needed, stakeholders and decision maker, constraints and deadlines. Then test it. Get someone to fill it out and tell you what's unclear. Small tweaks, like reordering questions or improving instructions, can massively improve completion rate and the quality of answers you get. Sunday. Automate the essentials. Now connect the system. Automate contract to invoice and invoice to welcome email where possible. Set up internal notifications so your team knows when a contract is signed, payment lands, intake is completed, and kickoff is booked. And add automated reminders for clients who haven't completed key steps. Not naggy reminders, calm, friendly nudges that keep momentum moving without manual chasing. Sunday afternoon, connect the stack with no-code tools. Finally, integrate the flow. Example: when the intake form is submitted, create a client's folder in Drive. Create a project board in Trello or Asana. Post an internal notification. Send the scheduling link for the kickoff. That's how you create clean handoffs without manual admin. The rule here is simple. Start with the essential automations, then iterate. Don't try to build a perfect system on day one. Build a working system you'll actually use. Once the flow is live, the real improvement starts. Gather feedback and iterate. Ask for feedback at key moments. Welcome email, intake form, kickoff, first deliverable. Don't just ask, was it clear? Ask, where did you hesitate? What felt confusing? What felt smooth? Also, capture informal feedback. The offhand questions clients ask, reveal the gaps. Then review internally monthly or quarterly. Look for repeated confusion, repeated delays, repeated questions. Track onboarding metrics and satisfaction. Track simple metrics. Time to complete onboarding. Intake completion rate. Number of support questions during onboarding. Time from signature to kickoff. Time to first deliverable. Combine that with satisfaction checks. A quick post-onboarding survey works. If you want to go deeper, segment by client type or project size, because different clients have different friction points. Standardize templates and checklists. Build a template library. Welcome emails, intake forms, contracts, kickoff agendas, recap emails. Then use checklists so the process doesn't rely on memory. As you learn new edge cases, update the templates. Your onboarding toolkit should be living, not static. Integrate with your existing stack. As you scale, avoid redundancy. Integrate onboarding with your CRM, project management, calendar, and document systems. Audit tools regularly. Cut what you don't need. Consolidate where possible. Balance automation with the human touch. Automation should create space for better relationships, not replace them. Automate reminders, document requests, and routine updates. But keep human touch where it matters. Strategy, alignment, key decisions, milestone reviews. The aim is a system that feels both efficient and attentive. A simple onboarding flow doesn't just save time. It protects quality, reduces risk, and makes your business scalable. And you can build the first version in a weekend. Map the journey, draft the assets, create the intake, automate the essentials, and iterate from real feedback. Because the best onboarding isn't complicated, it's repeatable. Thank you for watching.